Hello, my name is Deborah Goodall and I'm at the North Sea Observatory. Built in 2018, this is a purpose-built marine observatory sitting on Chapel Point, adjacent to some fabulous south-facing beach huts. The observatory is open all year round and has a really great cafe, art gallery and some stunning views over the North Sea. Today I'm going to talk about sustainability and business tourism. So we'll start with what is sustainability? Well, really it's the balance between the environment, equity and the economy. The UN World Commission on Environment and Development describes sustainability as development that meets the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. So we live in a world with finite resources and really we've expanded beyond the realms of sensible, and we've all got some responsibility to help the world get back on track. So Alan Jope, the CEO of Unilever, sums this up really nicely by saying, in a world on fire or underwater, it is difficult to sell anything. It's probably worth pausing on that and thinking about it a bit more. There are lots of resources available to help you measure your current position when it comes to sustainability. There's the Net Zero Scorecard, the McKay Carbon Calculator, the SME Carbon Footprint Calculator from the Carbon Trust. Lots and lots of resources available online. I'm not going to go into those today. Instead, I'm going to look at why sustainability should be part of your business and how it's relevant to business tourism. So your clients are likely to be interested in financial sustainability, social sustainability and environmental sustainability. So what do I mean by those? So financial sustainability, they want to know about the cost and time benefit of any travel involved. In terms of social sustainability, they'll want to know about health and safety and the impact of travel on their employee well-being. Are they placing too much pressure on their staff to get them from one place to another? Environmental sustainability, so they'll be trying to minimise pollution and adopting sustainable procurement practices to ensure that suppliers operate in an environmentally conscious manner. So effectively you are a supplier to your clients and they'll be looking to see whether you are operating in an environmentally conscious manner. So your business tourists will be looking for venues or accommodation providers or suppliers that will help them achieve their goals in environmental sustainability. And it's much more than just having a sign in your hotel or B&B saying that guests should reuse their towels. Clients are now looking for tangible sustainability actions. In a previous video, Marketing Fundamentals, I talked a lot about the 7 Ps of marketing. And now's the time to apply a filter of environmental consciousness to those 7 Ps. So the core 4 Ps out of the 7, price, product, place and promotion, if you start and look at these thinking about sustainability and environmental consciousness. So price, think about, are you using fair trade products? Have you got ethical partnerships set up? Think about your supply chain. So it's not always just about you and your client. Quite often, it's about actually where you're buying your products from. So whether that's your food and drink, whether it's products for use in your hotel, whether it's things that you're buying for use in your conference venue, actually who's involved in that supply chain and what are their sustainability policies. If you think about if you're providing products, then are you thinking about actually what happens at the end of the useful life of the product? So really start and think about the circular economy. You know, all those towels in hotels and B&Bs, once they've ended their useful life, are they getting sent off for recycling? Are they being refabricated into something else? So think about the role of the guest. Are you expecting them to take responsibility for recycling? Or are you going to make things easier for them? So the place I stayed last night, instead of providing plastic containers filled with UHT milk, provided a really small fridge in the room with a glass bottle of fresh milk. So that moves the responsibility of the recycling of the plastic away from the guest, putting it into the right bin, into the responsibility of the accommodation provider, who's obviously taken the decision to use glass and provide fresh milk instead, which provides an overall better experience for the guest as well. So where does the responsibility lie? Are you helping your guest make informed decisions and actions, or are you pushing the responsibility to them to think about recycling? So really consider actually what are you providing and how are you expecting your guests to use products. In terms of place, which if you recall is all about distribution, think about carbon emissions, think about whether you're using local suppliers. So if you're providing food and drink, how far is that food and drink travelling before it gets to you? Is it sourced ethically? Who's in that supply chain? Where's it coming from? How long is that supply chain? Are you just using regional suppliers? Are you using national suppliers? Are you using international suppliers? With regard to promotion, are you promoting overconsumptive behaviour? There's been a lot of things in the past where it's promotion of overconsumptive behaviour. If you think about shampoo bottles in particular, it's always wash, rinse and repeat. You'll notice that has started to disappear off shampoo bottles. And think about whether your promotion that you're putting out there is actually true. So there's been examples recently of businesses greenwashing. So for example, the recent case with Innocent Drinks, and they've been fallen foul of the Advertising Standards Authority regulations when it comes to positioning themselves as being really green. So the final 3 Ps of the 7 Ps are process, people and physical evidence. So with process, look at your supply chain, look at actually where you're buying things from, look at how you're fulfilling orders, look at how you're communicating with your customers once they've made a reservation. Are you sending lots of email attachments? Because that's not necessarily the best way to communicate with them. It might be that you'd be better off directing them to a web page to access information, to confirm their booking and for them to find out more about how to find your venue, etc. With your people, it's important that you're paying fair wages, that your employees feel empowered. You may be able to offer flexible working solutions. It's also important to have your equality and diversity policy in place. And in terms of physical evidence, people will be looking at your buildings, how green they are, do you do rainwater capture, are you using solar energy, wind turbines, what's your solution for energy within your business, do you have green spaces, what's on your website, what are your credentials for sustainability, so how can people find out actually what it is that you're doing within your business. So how can you use this environmental sustainability to help your business and not just the planet? So it's important that you're really clear on your environmental actions and share that information on your website so that prospective buyers can see that you're acting in an environmentally conscious way. If you have a Green Tourism Award, then use that. Be proud of your actions and commitment to the future. It is really important that you adhere to the Green Claims Code. In short, this is a new set of regulations that have come out that support the Advertising Standards Authority Code of Advertising Practice, but it's specific to green claims. In summary, it's about being truthful and accurate. You have to be clear and unambiguous in any messages. You can't omit or hide important information, and you can only make fair and meaningful comparisons. You must be able to substantiate claims, and it's really important that you consider the full life cycle of a product. In summary, it's important to think about sustainability for your business, especially if you're trying to reach the business tourist sector. Your clients will be looking for this information and it'll be helping them in their decision-making process. So it is worth spending time thinking about actually what can you do to answer their questions before they start asking them. I hope that this has been interesting and useful. You can go to business.visitlincolnshire.com for more bite-sized videos and information.